Hey guys, I'm going to introduce a new product that I'm going to be selling. It's going to be these fine silver, 999 fine silver, hand forged Viking style rings. They are made of fine silver and they come in different, whatever sizes you'd like. So I got ones that are size 7.5, about a size 9, then 11 1/4. And I start out, get a piece of 1 ounce fine silver and I forge it down into a piece of stock like this. So this is about a 1/16 of an inch thick, about a 1/4 of an inch wide, maybe a little wider, and in a long thin bar. And once I get it to this section, I can wrap it up and roll it into a ring. And it's a Viking style ring, so you can see that the hammer marks are still in there. And so I can do different designs. I did this kind of wavy pattern on this one. And on this one I did some Viking style runes. This one's kind of Celtic. This one's like generosity, wealth, prosperity, some other runes. So it goes from a bar or a round to a long thin bar and then into a ring. So these are going to be $100 shipped to your door in the United States. They're fine silver, 999 fine silver. So if you're interested in one, please email me at woometalworks@gmail.com or check out my website woometalworks.com and let me know you're interested. And I'll need your ring size, and I think I'm gonna size these so that they're a little bit, maybe a 1/4 of a size larger because of their width, just to give you a little more comfort and more so you can wear it longer throughout the day. It won't be as tight. So I'll show you how I make one of these, and I hope you enjoy the process. So once I have it in bar form in this kind of section, I need to anneal it so that I can bend it around the mandrel very easily. Red, I just dip it in some water and it's annealed. So now it is very soft and I can form it around the mandrel very easily. So I have the size that I want. So it's going to be about 11 1/4, a little bigger than 11 1/4. This is American ring size, so it's going to fit on this ring or finger. So I'm going to start it out at about a little under 11, because when I go through the process of stretching it and forming it to the right size, it'll add about a little bit of length, width, circumference to the ring. Alright, so I got about 11, size 11. What I'm going to do, I'm going to cut it off right about here, and I'll form the rest of the ring. So I've got the two ends ready, and I'm going to stick this file in between them. And file the inside edges. So that they will mate nicely. So now you can see that the two edges will mate nicely, and they just need to be soldered. So now I take a thin piece of solder, and I make it as wide as the ring. This is medium solder, and I hammered the opening closed, so I'm just going to stretch it out and then shove the solder inside. Here we are. So the solder's in the middle right there, and all it has to do is be fluxed and then heated up and soldered. So I'm just going to drop a couple drops of flux. That will prevent oxygen from reaching the silver. And I just solder it. We're going to heat it up slowly so that the flux has time to melt and come in. And that's it. The ring is now soldered. And I can cool it down, and it will be in its annealed state again. And you can see it's kind of warped right now, but that'll be fixed just a second. So now I'm just going to use a little round file and chamfer the inside corner. So now I'm going to stamp it with a 999 fine silver stamp. These would normally be on the inside, like this one, but just so you can see it better, I can do it on the outside this time. I'm going to do it right next to the solder mark. So there we have 999 fine silver. I'm going to stamp my last name in it as well. And the last thing I do is take a little mother's metal polish and just take a paper towel and I just take a little bit and I polish the inside and the outside of the ring. And see all that? That's from the rouge, that's from the buffing. So I want to get that off. And that's pretty much it. Take a couple minutes to go through and do all this. But after I'm done, I'll bring it back and show you what we got. So here are the finished rings. This is the one I was working on in the video. You can see the woo. Zoom in. And that turned out to be about 11. Size 11. There we go. And of course 999 fine silver, and you can see the hammer, some of the hammer marks are still in there. And this is one I completed after. This is a thumb ring for my thumb. That's about a size 12 and a quarter. But you can see that on the inside, this is where I normally put my stamp, and then the fineness, which is 999 fine silver. And that's it for the making of the ring. If you would like one, please email me at woometalworks@gmail.com with your size. Again, I'm probably going to oversize these about a quarter of size because they're of the width of them. And let me know what you think. Thanks for watching, guys.